Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Me, My Health and I. I am Anna D, the biggest D you know. And we are going to highlight some local legends. We're going to talk about health and wellness. And I'm very excited today to be talking to my hunk of spunk husband, Gregory Davis. Welcome, Gregory.
Hello.
Thanks for being on my show, babes.
Not a problem.
For those of you that don't know, Greg's my biggest supporter. Always behind me in anything I do. That could come across the wrong way, but you know what I mean. So obviously I know a lot about you, babes.
Yeah.
But for people that don't know, can you please tell us a bit about you and what you do?
Okay. I've just turned 44.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a husband.
Yes, very good husband.
Really, really good husband.
Very good.
Stole that off you.
10 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And a father of 2 teenage children.
Have kids, they said.
Yeah. So that's been, I love them.
No, they're all right.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
I'm a sign writer.
A thorn rider?
Yeah, a thorn rider.
Yeah.
Thorn rider. I make thorns for a living. That's probably, and I've been doing that for what?
As long as I've known you.
Yeah, it's probably coming up. It's over 20 years, maybe 25 years. So obviously I like something about it. Yeah. It's quite a varied job.
It is.
And just recently I've started coaching at F45 as well, part-time. Yeah, so I found that really rewarding.
Oh, that's cool, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from that, what else about me? Played ice hockey for New Zealand.
Did play ice hockey for New Zealand.
There was a point in my life when I was in my 20s that I can say I was the best at something in the whole entire country.
Oh, this
best goalie
guy.
in the country. I'm sure a few of the other goalies that were around back then would beg to differ, but on a consistent basis, I reckon, I can say that. And it's not a huge sport, but I'll hang my hat on that and claim it as much as I can.
It's a cool sport though.
Yeah, it's a cool sport. Yeah, it is. Well, I think it's cool. Yeah.
So when we first met, you played ice hockey for New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything about ice hockey, but I did live close to the local rink.
Yeah.
And you have since gotten pretty much the whole family into it.
Yeah.
So both the kids have played ice hockey at some point.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
Yeah. Practice.
Yeah.
Learned to play.
Learned to play.
Yeah.
So playing ice hockey for New Zealand, what does that entail?
Just there were tournaments basically once a year. You would go away to tournaments and you would play against 5 or 6 other teams. The tournament would be held in different parts of the world. There would be a host country, one of the countries that were playing in the tournament, and we would usually do, because all the players came from all around the country, we would have like a training camp beforehand as well. So even though the tournament was like a week at the most, it was at like 3 weeks all round. By the time you go away, we'd usually go somewhere, have our training camp, get everyone together, get all the team on the same page, and then hit the tournament.
So would you do the training camp in the host country?
No. Most times that I went away, we would actually do the training camp in a different country. So,
really?
Yeah. So I've got to see some pretty cool parts of the world.
So where has playing ice hockey for New Zealand taken you?
So first tournament I went away for, I think I was in Spain.
Yep.
But we did our training camp in Austria.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't quote me, but I think it was where Arnold Schwarzenegger was from.
Oh, yeah?
Where we had our little training camp. possibly.
I'll have to Google that later.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Second tournament, I can't remember. Mexico, possibly.
Cool.
Yep. And then we had our training camp was in New Zealand because we were trying to keep the costs down.
Fair enough.
And another, probably the last tournament that I did was in Lithuania, of all places.
Yes.
Which was a real shock to the system. That is still very much Eastern Bloc or whatever you call, like ex-Russia. Yeah, there were parts of that place which was quite nice. You could see that it was developing. And then other parts it was like you see in the movies with like everything's grey and just quite sad and depressing.
Yeah.
But the training camp for that one was in Italy. And
yes.
It was awesome. Yeah.
That's when, and we were together by the time you went to Lithuania.
Yep.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was hard. Hard being away from you for that amount of time.
Aw.
Yeah.
Because you loved me.
Well, we had only just got together. Everything was new and fresh.
It was new and fresh. It was exciting.
Definitely not new and fresh anymore, is it?
Whoa. Okay. I was just going to say, yeah, we've been married for 16 years.
Yes.
Because we got married just before Ziggy was born.
Right.
And he's now 16.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, I am. Yeah, I should try and remember that. But yeah.
So our marriage is as old as Ziggy.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, to remember.
But to be honest, I struggle with how old Ziggy is sometimes as well.
Well, he's
terrible father.
Yeah,
Terrible
16.
Father.
So what do you think then? Because I feel like we have a pretty good marriage.
Yeah.
Like I still quite like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like me still?
Yeah, you're not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
You did, however, just make a comment about me not keeping up with the washing.
Oh,
So,
what?
yeah. Fuck you.
I was only kidding.
I know you're only
Yeah,
joking,
you know I
but
was
it still
kidding.
cut
Yeah.
me to my core.
You have been slacking on the
Bro,
from
I've
times.
been away. I'm very busy and important. What do you think then is, I'm not going to say the secret to a good marriage. What do you think makes our marriage work? And you can be real. Obviously, it's not been perfect the whole 16 years.
No, we have.
But we've learnt a lot.
Yeah, we have had some big ups and downs. Like when we first got together, things like, we were fighting all the time, like that most of our friends were like, this is not going to last at all. This is like, our flatmates just break up already, what are you guys doing, But I think through all those fights that we had, we learnt to communicate.
Yes.
Yeah. And every time we had a big fight, once the dust settled, we would always talk about what had gone on and we would be better for it. And I think that has happened throughout our relationship.
Yeah.
The hard parts have been really, really hard, but we've eventually been able to talk about it, and we've come out the other side better, you know?
Always.
Yeah.
And I think now, it's only taken us this long, but now we're better at communicating before we have a fight.
Yeah.
There's still some arguments and stuff, but
Yeah. Well,
I actually can't remember the last argument we had.
Yeah. No, we are very good
I thought
at
you were
that.
going to say, I'm going to. It was this.
No. I've learnt
To pick your battles with
to
me.
pick my battles.
Yeah.
To definitely learnt to pick my battles, but it's a fine line. There's some stuff that's not worth bringing up and you give it a little bit of time and you're like, I'm glad I didn't say anything about that because it's kind of sorted itself out. But there's other times if I hold stuff in and it is important and I don't want to tell you because I'm going to hurt your feelings or whatever, when it does eventually come out, it comes out at the wrong time and the wrong way and I end up hurting your feelings anyway. And it's not good, like that when
I can be quite hard to talk to and quite unapproachable at times, though, so I'll admit that.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're just saying that.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
There's sometimes you've got to learn to bite your tongue, I think. And I'm sure you do the same with me, right?
Yeah. I guess, no, you're right, though. You sort of just, you pick what's important and then the rest you can let go. But I do feel like you, like as cliche and soppy as it is, you are my best friend
Yeah.
as well as my lover.
Yeah.
So it is easy for me to talk to you, and I do feel like I can come to you with everything and anything.
Yeah.
And so thanks. Thanks for being super
You're welcome.
approachable.
And I feel
loving.
the same.
Yeah.
You know, you are, it's so cheesy.
It is so
Corny.
cheesy.
Yuck.
But I really love you.
Yeah. And you are my best friend too, you know?
Yeah. But I think you sort of have to have that.
Yeah.
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 Because otherwise what is it?
Yeah.
I guess I feel like that's what marriage is like getting to have sex with your best friend.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is. It's right out there.
It's
Now
right out
everyone
there.
knows.
Now, for everyone
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So should we move on from that?
Yeah.
Okay. So just this year you hit 2,000 fucking classes at F45 New Lynn.
Yeah.
Jesus. Have you ever thought about calming down?
No. Nah. Not at all. If, what's the saying? If I rest, I rust. Yeah. If I rest, I
Greg's
rust.
favourite saying. If I rest, I rust.
Yeah.
Drives me insane. I'm resting all the time.
No, I think, how do I explain it? If I slow down, when I'm into something, I am all in,
Yeah.
you know, absolutely all in, but I'm incredibly good at doing nothing as well.
Yeah.
So I could we could go and have a holiday, 6 weeks off work. I could quite happily get up, sit on the couch every single day. Someone's like, at the end of the 6 weeks, what'd you do on holiday? Sat on the couch the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you get bored? Nope.
No.
You know, I can do absolutely nothing. But when I'm into something, it was the same when I was into ice hockey, you know, when I started playing, I wasn't just playing. I was like drawing pictures of goalies, looking at equipment online, you know, following all the teams. It was just everything. My whole entire life revolved around it. And then it's the same thing with F45, you know? So, yeah. And I didn't start off doing heaps of classes a week.
No, yeah. It was
know?
a slow, because I remember when I first started working there and you were like, that's dumb.
Yeah, I was very, very skeptical,
Yeah.
you know, it's just another fad.
Yeah.
You know, they put an F in front of it, functional. It's just circuit training, you know.
Yeah.
But I think that seeing the enthusiasm of the people that went, you know, obviously I was around the place, even though I wasn't going there. I think it was after the first challenge party that I went to with you, and just seeing people like Gav and Barbie, and they were just like, they were so into it. I was like, oh, you know, I've got to have to give this a go, you know, give it a try. And
Give it a nudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did, and I gave it a good nudge. Yeah.
You did. So I think we were trying to work out, you started probably about 4 years ago.
So I did a little bit of research.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah. So you reckon the gym's just about 6 years old?
Yeah.
And I started 4 months in, bang on the money at the beginning of the year. So we've gone just over 5.5 years.
Oh.
Which is just over 2,000 days. So
you've, holy shit.
I've managed.
On average, you've done.
On average, to do over a class a day, you know? And that's saying something, because when I started, I was only doing 6 a week for 2 years. So
that's so.
So I've caught up, you know? And that's the double classes, you know?
Yeah, but that's also when you're like, when I started, I was only doing 6 a week. That's massive. I'm just saying, but you did say you're all in.
Yeah, and there was reasons that I kind of got into that kind of flow, you know?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do Fridays because I could only do nighttime classes. So I couldn't do, and there's only one class on a Friday at 4:30, and I was at work, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do Fridays, so I made sure I made it to Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, because I'd missed Friday and I didn't want to miss another class. And then the next day was resistance, and being a guy, you want to lift heavy, build your muscles, you know. So it just happened.
Yeah.
6 classes, and
here
boom,
you are.
6 classes a week, and then So
just for a bit of context 5.5 years later, Greg is still doing 6 or more classes a week.
Oh, after a couple of years, it went up to 7 when the kids got a little bit older and I was able to start doing the mornings.
Yeah.
So as soon as I could do 7 classes a week, I did because,
all or nothing.
Yeah, all or nothing. And then started doing classes in the morning and at night.
Doubles.
Yeah, the old double.
Yeah.
The filthy double, sometimes 3,
Yeah.
Not anymore. I have calmed down a little bit, but there was one point where I was doing 12 a week.
Yeah. Which is a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not something you should be, anyone should take lightly. Just going to put that out
Yeah.
there. And you were physically fit, physically able to do 12 classes a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's
not like you went from 0 to 12.
No.
Yeah.
I worked my way into it and I know that it's not ideal to get the best results. I could be fitter or stronger if I just had a rest day here and there.
Yeah. But that's not your style.
Yeah, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so
Do you think it helps with your mental health?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's such a habit now. It's like brushing your teeth. Like if you don't do it, you'll feel furry.
It is. I hate the thought of missing a class, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah.
Like when we were moving house and you were like, oh, you're going to have a day off the gym. I was like, there's more important things in life. We're moving into our very first own home
I
right
know,
now.
we just bought our own
and I'm
home,
like,
guys.
Still a little bit like, I'm going to miss the gym. But yeah, I did it, didn't I?
You
I
did.
missed the gym.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for missing one day.
Yeah.
In the last 5.5 years.
And my family.
Oh, and that one time we went on holiday.
Yeah.
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 But you are very consistent and you are very inspirational, even to me. I find myself a few times a week like, oh, wish I could be more like Greg. But that's okay. I'm working on it. But I'd say I feel like consistency is key for you for everything in life.
Yeah.
So how do you stay consistent? Is it just getting up and going? Is there what do you do on the days when you're like, I can't be bothered? Or do you just never can't be bothered?
So it's a hard question because like I said, I've got myself into a spot where I don't question it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I've got to go. To be honest, since I started working Monday mornings, getting up at 3:30, there's those times in the afternoon, where I'm like, I really don't feel like going and doing the workout, but I have to.
Because you don't want to miss a day.
Because that's, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a streak, I guess, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it would button off a little bit once I hit that 2,000, but it doesn't appear to be. Although over the last few weeks, there's been so much going on in our lives. There has been the odd day that I've missed,
Yeah.
I missed a day for you not long ago, remember?
I know you did. Yeah. I appreciate that. It was a hard time.
Public holiday, and you're like, look, I just want you to stay home with me for once. And I had to go I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I've got to prioritize
Say good
you
husband.
over the gym for once.
Good husband. I know one day.
Even though I could have fit it all in, but
You
that's all right. Yeah.
But sometimes I like to just lie in bed with
and
you.
that meant a lot to you, right?
Yeah.
That I would say, what, I'm going to stay home from the gym this time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
give me a cuddle.
Yeah.
And we went for a walk.
Yeah, and we did.
And
we came down. Yeah, yeah.
And we held hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, cool.
If you were going to give yourself, so remember 5.5 years ago, when you first started F45, were you into it straight away though from week 1? Did you do 5 or 6 classes a week?
Yeah, I think so. I think it just started because at the time I was still playing hockey as well, right?
Yeah.
So I'd go down to the gym and then go straight from the gym to ice hockey.
So you're just an anomaly, really.
It's just the way
That's the way you tick.
Yeah, it's just the way I tick. Like I said, I'm all or nothing, you know? I'd be doing nothing
well, and then
otherwise.
What's one piece of advice then you'd give to someone starting out their journey?
Starting out?
Yeah, just just trying to get into it, trying to get into the habit.
I think that it's important that you find something that works for you. Like F45 worked for me, but it's not going to work for everyone, you know. For someone else, it could be yoga, something that gets the body moving, something you enjoy. If you can spark up that passion, you're going to want to go, you know, and then, just be consistent. It doesn't have to be 6 days a week, you know. Give yourself a realistic target, 3 days, you know. Just start 3 days and go but on those days that I say I'm going to go, make sure you go.
Yeah. And I had some good advice a few weeks back as well from a good friend of ours. Don't waste your time.
Right, yeah.
Don't waste your time when you're there.
Yeah.
Like, don't waste your own time.
Yeah.
And that really resonated with me.
So what does that, is that while you're working out?
Yeah.
So don't go and half-ass it, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really good because I often will go and be like, at least I'm here.
Yeah. I'm
then
just
I'll be
here
like,
to move my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never regret a workout, but then I would leave and be like, probably could have worked harder.
Right.
And then that sort of annoys me.
Right.
Because I'm quite all or nothing as well, as you know.
Yeah.
That's why I had to quit drinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good for you though.
So good for us as a family.
So proud of you.
Me quitting drinking.
So proud of you.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah.
I'll unpack more of that, I think, later.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming up 2 years. Just going to toot my own horn. Toot, toot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up 2 years. We should get a cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
What sort of cake?
I don't know. We've actually been eating a lot of cake lately. All right. I want to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because I love you.
Yeah.
And this has been great. But we've also got things to do today.
Yeah.
On our house and whatnot. But we're going to play a little game.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've got 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say a word, and then you say the first word that comes to your mind. And it doesn't matter what it is. There's no wrong answer. It doesn't matter if it's a rude word. You're just going to say it. You got 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, baby?
Mm-hmm.
I love you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I'm scared. Yeah.
Okay. And go. House.
Butts. Don't tell me what you said.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, obviously I'm nervous. Okay.
Wellness.
Healthy.
Sex.
Fun.
Mental health.
Hard.
It is hard sometimes. Fitness.
F45.
Me.
Love of my life.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, that was more than one word.
That's okay.
Goodness.
Poop.
4 times a day at least.
I know, you're such a good
Yeah.
pooper. Kale.
Yuck.
Fasting.
Not for me.
Running.
Not for me.
Feet.
Smelly.
Toes.
What's it called? Like, what's the issue we've had?
Fungus.
Nail fungus.
Okay, last one. Glutes. We'll run out of time. Glutes.
Squeeze.
Okay. Oh, so good. Now everyone knows about a fucking toe fungus as well, so thanks for that. That's why I'm always wearing socks. Well, thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you taking the time. You did really good.
Yeah.
Do you want a high five?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, isn't it? Finger guns. Hey guys.
Do you want a little kiss? Mwah. Love you. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We really unpacked some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool. Most people know all of that stuff anyways.
Yeah.
And if they don't, well, they probably don't know about the toe fungus. So subscribe. See you guys next week. Have a fucking fabulous day.